Throughout history, many different cultures have celebrated the new year as a fresh start. Certain groups, like the Babylonians, made promises to themselves for the new year, while others made promises to the deity of their choice. A prime example of this is the Romans and their god Janus. To this day, 44% of Americans make New Year's resolutions annually. Some for religious purposes, some for self-improvement, but all of them tend to start on January 1st. Why? Certainly, it'd be just as easy to set goals starting on any other day. With all this in mind, it begs the question of whether New Year's resolutions are a good or a bad idea. As far as why January 1st is so often chosen to start new goals, the most practical reason is that people subconsciously associate the first of the year with a fresh start. After the holiday season, people begin to reflect upon their choices they made in the past year, and most of them come up wanting. That being said, just because people associate something as the norm doesn't make it the best idea, or even a good idea, so I decided to do more research. Dr. Warren Holman has gone on the record saying that he believes New Year's resolutions to be a bad idea. Most New Year's resolutions are doomed to failure because it takes a lot more than a resolution to change. It takes self-understanding, skills, strategy, and support. It's hard to argue with Holman's logic, however it is worth noting that no one ever claimed New Year's resolutions to be as easy as saying, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. Of course a plan of action is necessary, just like understanding yourself and determination are necessary to achieve the resolution. But that in itself is no reason not to try. Holman's article goes on to talk about how the alternative to resolutions is to make well thought out goals over any time period necessary. But despite Holman's clear negative stance, it sounds more like what he disagrees with is not resolutions, but resolutions made up spontaneously on December 31st. On the other side of the spectrum, there are the millions of people who make New Year's resolutions each year. Many of these people won't even achieve their resolutions, but that never stops them from making new resolutions the next year. The reasons for this vary from person to person, but most pro-resolution people will agree that having goals for the new year give life meaning. Once you no longer have anything to strive for, life can become kind of boring. The journey is the best part, so why not make it last as long as possible? One psychologist, Dan McAdams, believes that resolutions force us to think about what we value and help us to structure our time. From McAdams' research, it is evident that the type of resolution a person makes has a lot to do with their personality and position in life. For example, people with power-oriented goals, such as to get a promotion, have lower levels of well-being than people with personal striving, such as to be more grateful. The main point of the article seems to be that when you're creating your resolutions, it's really important to think about what you actually want to achieve. Though a lot of people are still on the fence about whether resolutions are a good or a bad idea, the general consensus seems to be that, just like any other goal, resolutions need to be well thought out. First, make sure it's a goal that you actually want to achieve. Following that, make sure you have a planned course of action of how you're going to achieve it. Remember, just like everything else in life, the key is to take one step at a time.